Welcome back to the second half of the Bobby Dupre Show. And of course, the first 30 minutes just flew on by. And I might add that Andrew, my sidekick here,
good morning,
was sitting right there. And we have quite a few, hopefully, interesting matters to bring forward. And I was finishing the obituary on Charlie Smith, who was a very successful lobbyist, and also he was inducted into the Louisiana Political Hall of Fame out of Winfield, Louisiana, and just so happens that that little Monday article that I remind you all to read on Mondays in the Morning Advocate, Section D, it was State Political Museum, and that's what the article is about. This is about the different Hyde became a part of Louisiana, and Winfield is the birthplace of 3 Louisiana governors: Huey Long, Earl Long, and O.K. Allen. So I've been there, but next time we go to Winfield, if I have time, I'm going to go in and look at it again. And if I'm not mistaken, I know DJ Cat Doucette, our former sheriff, has been inducted into it, and possibly former state senator and our very good friend, Senator Armand Brinkhouse, former Senator Armand Brinkhouse from Sunset.
If he's not in it, he needs to be in it.
He needs to be, ought to be, put it that way.
That's right.
And another person who died, I want to get that into the record here, is former state representative Louis Michaud Jr. Of course, he's age 89, so his father's been deceased apparently for a long, long time. The arrangements were incomplete as of taping the program on Wednesday morning, and this will take place, of course, in Lafayette. Did a lot of civic type work. He was awarded the Lafayette Civic Cup for outstanding community service way back in 1994, and he was preceded in death by his wife Patricia Smith Michaud. And
he was one of the Burger Chef guys. When Burger Chefs used to be all throughout, like what your OPAC office building is in, he was one of those guys.
He's the person who built that building there. Yeah. And I might add that he did a lot of donation of time and money, and had a lot of items bought and hauled over to Mexico in these missions. Did this for years, and a very charitable person. One of his sons, of course, some years ago was elected District 15 Judicial District Judge, and I'm speaking of Patrick, better known as Rick Michaud, who I supported way back yonder. And another one of his sons just got term limited. In other words, he couldn't run for re-election as state senator, and I'm speaking of Mike Michaud, very popular young businessman from Lafayette also.
And a lot of people may know the boys as Le Frère Michaud.
The musicians, that's correct.
It's all the same family.
Michaud, that's correct.
Now it's the grandsons of
that are playing a good bit of it.
How about Steamboat Warehouse? Get mama away from the smell of her own cooking. Go down to the Steamboat in beautiful historic Washington, Louisiana. Chef owner Jason Hugate can help you out with great foods, from nice seafood right now. You know, the springtime is starting up. You'll get all kind of unusual seafood and quail and different types of things. He stuffs with great recipes, great crawfish palmetto right now. You know, crawfish are starting to move right now. You're going to get that good fresh Louisiana crawfish and great steaks, big wine selection, and the wharf there, and the ambiance out there. You can sit out and have an adult libation right there.
Right.
Also does the What's Cooking show here on KDCG.
What's Cooking show. And a friend of ours has been requested to be on that program as a cook. And we're speaking, of course, of Miss Alice Morrow. And she has just gotten onto Facebook, the popular social network, and the name of her
page would be the word.
I guess would be the word. Would Go, Geaux, Ask Alice. And it's about the food preparations. It's about ideas. And Pat was promoting it to us this morning at a little meeting we had at his office early this morning. And it even goes into taking your leftovers from the meal and maybe changing the preparation a little bit and coming up with new ideas of not losing any of your leftovers. You use them in a later meal, the next meal possibly.
So it's Go Ask Alice on Facebook.
And what else there was, it said when you looked it up a while ago, it said that she needs to be
On the show, on the What's Cooking show here with Jason Hugay. So we need to get her to come and join up and show off some of those recipes she's sharing.
Thank you, Alice.
How about one more sponsor, Washington State Bank. While we're in Washington, you and I were visiting with Miss Sue Brignac earlier today. Washington State Bank, she says they got plenty of fresh money. She says they're looking for commercial loans. They're looking for personal loans. They can help you. If you're looking right now, they can help you out and loan you some. And while we're talking, Miss Alice just wrote a nice note to me on Facebook on her Go Ask Alice thing. Man, we're live and we're moving. Back to Washington State Bank, 24/7 access to all your accounts. So you can do any of your bill paying. You can check the status of any of your checks, if they've cleared or not. You can transfer money between your accounts. You can pay your bills all online with Washington State Bank. Locations in Washingtonopolis, Orneville, Leonville, and Palmetto.
Let's get one more, and that would be Dr. Carrie Thibodeau.
I did that one already,
you
but
did
we
that
can
one?
bring it back up.
Okay.
They're having the cook-off this weekend for the 9th annual Rabbit Cook-Off.
That's correct, for St. Hubert Benevolent Society. And I have one that was given to me when he held a fundraiser in honor of our late friend Ray Hebert.
A medal with St. Hubert. He's sort of the patron saint of hunters.
And Carrie gave me this many, many years ago, and I wear it faithfully, along with this other one that I've been wearing in my neck since 1958. So I had to have a little work done on it to keep it in the same piece. But Dr. Thibodeau does a lot for the community, and this is just another one of the methods that he uses to raise money for worthwhile purposes.
I think in this case, this year, the funds are going to go to help Cops for Kids, which is where the sheriff brings young people to go out camping and fishing and learning about going out and outdoors.
And this Monday at Indian Hills Country Club, Cops and Kids is holding their first annual golf tournament to raise money to keep this program going. This is not a government program. This is donations from various people that give money to make this program go. It encompasses about 600 acres of land, and I might add that the sheriff kind of asked me to mention that he's been having a golf tournament. He held that one, I think, kind of like in the fall. He will no longer have that one. This is the one that's going to take over. His campaign fund does well. He's got the 300 Club that a lot of members are active in that club, and so he
wants to funnel all that goodwill towards charity.
Towards charity, that's right. Very good idea, Sheriff. And if you haven't signed up, please contact the Indian Hills Country Club, and Troy will be happy to help you right away.
Piggly Wiggly! Go down to your local Piggly Wiggly. Smoked picnic hams, 99 cents a pound. The boneless pork loins, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef top round roast, $2.99 a pound. And if you're looking for some fish on Fridays, tilapia fillets, $2.88 a pound. They've got locations throughout South Louisiana, 2 locations in Opelousas. They've got Church Point, Cecilia, Rain, Scott, St. Martinville, Simsport as well. Don't forget all the owners there. We know Kevin Doucette that's local. We know Scotty Lejeune down in Church Point, Dwayne Green in Cecilia, and Dale Trahan down in Martinville. Remember, they're down home and down the street. The pig knows best.
There you go. It's funny how these what you call these kind of shows?
Reality
shows. And of course, our own local, I say we're local, he's not that far from us, Troy Landry, with the Swamp People. He has had to file suit because somebody was using
his trademarks
and images and things like that. So
you think this reality thing's going to stay around, huh? People will watch TV just to hear two guys talking to each other about what goes on around with no script, just at the top of their head. They'll actually watch that on TV.
How about the billionaires that's about a family over in the Shreveport, Louisiana area that
or they hit the shale money.
They hit that shale money, and of course one of these film companies come in and they paying for a lot of good style living, and it's really funny. I watched it again this week. That must be on Monday nights, and they show you several sessions of it, and it's pretty good in itself.
Those two guys on television in St. Leonard Parish, the guy from Plaisance and the guy from Palmetto, they talk about where they go there in the weekend. People watch that too?
Yeah, they watch that too.
Come on,
yeah, how about that? TV show and another reality show is going to be profiling the slayings of the 8 young ladies in the Jennings, Louisiana
that is still
area.
unsolved.
Still unsolved, and FBI, everybody's spent hours and hours and thousands, millions of dollars of investigative work, and still unknown. This may just bring out something here.
It just takes one person that knows one little thing to say it.
These cold cases, but sometimes just before a person dies, they get old and it's been bothering them that they know a little something. They don't know that much, but sometimes it's just that little bit that it takes to crack that case wide open. So.
Quarters Casino, another one of our sponsors, right there off I-49, exit 23, north of Opelousas. You can go by the Chevron. It's locally owned. It's the Casino and Travel Plaza. You can try your luck over on the machines, or you can go get your Chevron fuel, get crispy, crunchy chicken inside the convenience store, open 24/7, or you can go in the restaurant, open Monday through Sundays from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., the El Pico de Gallo Mexican restaurant and cantina, and you can get 2-for-1 margaritas with your meal there. Go by and see them.
Midwest Twisters killed 12. Well, it's way more than that. It ended up
started 12,
over the weekend.
A bunch.
Yeah, it's I think in the 30s, and you know we occasionally have some hurricanes here, and we complain about the roof damages and things like that. But these buildings, when that tornado passes through, there's literally nothing else. No. I think it was Monday was the 1-year anniversary of the tornado that hit Rayne, Louisiana, and that's the biggest one that's happened in recent years that I can recall, right there in Rayne, Louisiana. But again, nothing like these that are taking place across the Midwest.
Let's show our pictures from the retreat. Kick over to this. We went to Our Lady of the Oaks Retreat House, you and I, back this past weekend. We're going to an annual men's retreat, a silent retreat, believe it or not.
That's correct.
We don't talk while we're there. We don't sit at the same table, so we're not tempted as well. Stay away from temptation. But you can see the people lounging around the area. That's Tommy Stanford from Port Barre, the general contractor. Good morning, Tommy. And I see Jared Norman reading a little bit around the fountain, and Dr. Jimmy Gottschall in the background. But you can see the grounds are gorgeous. If you're interested in coming down to have a nice, quiet weekend retreat, great food, great atmosphere, nice motivational talks by some of the Jesuits there. That's Dr. Ken LaFleur, the eye doctor from Opelousas. I saw John Miller, who leads the the Walk for Life every year here out of Opelousas, done that for 20 plus years. Charles LaFleur from Port Barre, just showing you the grounds and everything. Mr. Lamke from over with Ken Savoise over at the Thrifty Way here in town. And we've got Jason Mesh and Leslie Schiff there. And our good friend, Mr. Dalton Como. And Dalton Como now,
90 years old,
has made 47 years worth of retreats. And you've made how many?
I made 44.
44.
He's got me.
He's ahead of you now.
But I got a little aid. I can still put a few more, because I think he's going to
put a few more too. His health is good.
Oh, he's shooting for 50, big time.
And then there's Bobby Dupre in the next photo, having a little coffee early in the morning. And there's Jimmy Gottschall again. He's sneaking in a bunch of my pictures. And I think that's, let me get down to the ladies. I know I got the ladies coming up. There's Charles Lognon. I'm going to draw a blank
and
for a
then
second.
Ron Dupre, our assessor in St. Landry.
Charles helped me out a whole bunch as my assistant captain. And Mr. Hillman Boudreau, who can eat as much as me. And the grounds there, we got Greg Doucette and Leslie Schiff. And there's the whole big group photo of all the guys together. Father Patin, of course, was our lead. I want to thank them. Dr. Battle from Houston and his group that came, the LeBlancs that came from that Rain Crowley area. Mr. Dudley Stelly here.
Many years.
Ken Marks here.
Kind of a new one, but a good recruiter also.
Oh, yes,
He's really
definitely.
helping us in that Port Barre area.
And I've got